to occupy the Midwest, especially the Igbo area, for their protection. But I will have to pay them and then look after them. I said, there's no such thing. I don't need that.
Bam! Somebody should send this video to that boy then called Magnus Ojukwu. This is another Urobo man. He was the military governor of the old midwestern region. Some group of criminals, Ojukwu, probably burning in hair, came to him and say, I want to occupy your land, and you be paying me. He will occupy your land, and you will be paying him. Urobo Ma David George, the military governor of the old midwestern region, said, my God, there is no such thing. Hey, man. There is no such thing. We don't roll like that. Somebody will come and occupy your house, will come to your house, and you will even be paying him rent. There is no such thing. What did you take us for? Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is, I'm going to play you videos of the Midwestern soldiers, what they experience, the things they passed through during the war, how they defend the land from these invaders from the east. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to David George.
So when we had a meeting with Ojukwu, he said what he wanted to do was for him to send troops to occupy the Midwest, especially the Igbo area, for their protection. But I will have to pay them and then look after them. I said, there's no such thing. I don't need that. That I can arrange for their protection. I've been doing so, so I don't need any extra troops from the east to do so. So he wasn't happy with that. And so we left each other on a note of no agreement. So when I got back, I had to tell Lagos that this was happening.
Colonel Victor Banjo was a leader of the Biafran Expeditionary Force, which occupied the Midwest. Others included Lieutenant Colonel Mike Evenso, Lieutenant Colonel Festus Akara, Lieutenant Colonel Humphrey Ojukwu, and Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuka. The expedition only met token resistance at the Asaba Bridge.
Banjo brought the troops to Benin, and then, to my surprise, 7 o'clock in the morning, I was attacked. So I tried to get in touch with people outside. I noticed that my telephones were cut. Then I tried to get in touch with Lagos through the radio, and the radio was by window, but the corner of the building. So as the operator got the ADC to go and call Gowan to speak to me, I was just waiting. And they heard my voice there. They started shooting there, and they destroyed the radio. Then we saw them coming, 3 of them. Banjo and Alele, the brother to that lady.
You see, this is not coming from me now, so that you won't say, oh, I'm preaching it. No, it's coming from the man, from the horse's mouth. It is David George, may so rest in peace. He died when Jonathan was the president the other day. Now, he is the one explaining, telling you what he passed through to defend that land from these invaders, this Igbo from the southeast. This is the truth they don't want you to hear. When you talk, you hate them. They want to cook up a story, tell the story the way it will make them be the victims. You will be the oppressor. We are telling them that will not happen. What you people did to us, you invaded our land, stole 6 point something billion from our Midwestern bank, rape our women, kill our people. We must talk about it. We just keep quiet all this while. Say, okay, let's leave the past. Let's talk about future. You are the people that is coming to our land, disturbing us. Then we have to take the word. What happened? You see, when Ojukwu came to him to say, I want to invade your land, it means there was never agreement that we want to be part of their stupid Biafra, right? That means they declare Biafra, nobody fight them. Nobody trouble them. They started invading the regions, want to impose their Biafra on other people. That was where people started fighting back. It is not by force. You are not our God. You don't tell us what to do with our life. If Nigeria tire you, pack your load and get out. You don't impose your Onyamiri Biafra Portuguese name on us. That is the, you see, when he was saying they attacked him, you see how he breathes. Because you know what he saw that very day. You know what happened. There was never agreement we want to be their part of their stupid Biafra. They want to force us, they want to impose it on us. That is the reason, that is what their children are still doing today. But we thank God for the people like me who stood up and said that would not happen. Not on my watch. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you now to listen to the former military governor. After this man, they replaced this man with a two-born Edo son. The late Samuel Saigbo Ogbemudia. They will tell you he's a what? He's Ika, he's Igbo. I don't know what is wrong with these people. His name is Samuel Osaigbo Ogbemudia ne. Now, I want you to know the reason why they tell you they invaded your land. They take over your land. You couldn't defend our land. I would let him explain how it happens.
No, a boy came, a soldier. One of these boys who belonged to non-Igbo speaking. He said, sir, I was one of those they sent to Obahil to guard the road. And I saw Colonel Oche holding meeting with a large convoy of Biafran troops. I said to him, you must be a psychiatric case. How did you saw Colonel Oche? Say yes. I said, well, can't be Colonel Oche because his job is to prevent those people from entering Midwest, from Asaba end of the state. So to get them at Ipoba Hill, you must be dreaming. Get out of my. So he left. When he was going, he said, well, okay, when I go see you. So he left. Few seconds, not quite 10 seconds, a phone rang. And it was one on the other side of the phone. And he said, Sam, can you come straight to the headquarters? I said, sir, has anything gone wrong? He said, no. We hear that the Biafran troops are already in the Midwest. So we want to discuss what to do. So I said, is it now you want to discuss it? So you have no plan on how to defend the state?
Was there complicity? Colonel Trimnell, also Igbo speaking, was a member of the 4th Air.
Aha! Aha! You know, let me just repeat what he just said, so that for those, maybe the audio is not clear enough for you to understand what this man just said. You know, he said a young officer came to him, telling him the full name is Colonel Achuzie, Oche Achuzie, that he saw him in Ipobahi discussing with Igbo soldiers in Ipobahi. He said, what? What are you talking about? Achuzie is a colonel, a senior military officer stationed in Asaba. He is the one they put there with thousands of Nigerian soldiers. So guide that place so that nobody will invade Midwest. Nobody will invade Midwest. Let me break this thing clear. You know, look, it is not about to stop the Igbo not to invade us. The Igbo have already declared Biafra. They sent soldiers to the bridge de Asaba so that they wouldn't invade us from the east. They sent soldiers to Lagos Road, Benin Lagos Road, for the west not to invade the Midwest because we don't know our enemy yet. That is what he said, not me. That is what he said. They sent soldiers. They were guided, defended the land. In Ahunshi, soldiers were there so that they won't invade us from the north. They sent soldiers. But the soldiers they sent to Asaba to guide the Midwest was Anioma people, Ika people. Anioma people. They will discuss with them and plan how to defend the land. In the night, they will be discussing with their brother across the bridge. It is the Anioma people who betrayed the whole Midwestern region. It was the same Ochela Chuze they sent to defend the land who led the Igbos to Benin. That is what this man is explaining. When the man informed him, he said the man was mad. Are you sick? You must be a psychiatric person who, you know, must be taken there so that you go and have your brain checked. How can? It's the greatest betrayal. He couldn't believe it. This is Obemudia talking. How can somebody is sent to go and defend your land is the one who is leading the enemy to the land? And it was true. It was true. They invaded our land and imposed one Okonkwo on us in Benin. But for one day, this is the reason when they tell you they invaded your land, they take over your land. No. It was a betray. The people who sent there to go and guard the Asaba, they betrayed us. Listen to what Godwin Ibe, another Benin man, a soldier, old soldier. I don't know if he's still alive. Listen to him, ladies and gentlemen.
Battlefield. But we were, and a lot of my colleagues who left from Benin here perished. A lot of them. And I have met very few today. But what happened was that within that short period of fighting, the federal forces had a very powerful radio that kept announcing that all troops, all Nigerian troops who were conscripted into the Biafran army and who were fighting or coerced to into fighting in favor of Biafra should drop their arms and report to the nearest military unit, because the war would soon end and there was no reason to continue to fight. Words to that effect was what was used on radio, and it did the magic, because a lot of us didn't believe in Biafra. So we dropped our weapons, and there we had to pass through the bush to report to federal troops. Between Urokosa and Eho, we just came out, and the first thing was we were all arrested as prisoners of war. We were lucky not to have been shot because we knew the route. And I recall that after the interview, or after the interrogations, they did not manhandle us. The first thing was they wanted to know who we were. The moment you spoke fluent Edo language or any other Nigerian language other than Igbo, you know, they stopped harassment. And the moment you were able to identify yourself, I was able to give them my regimental number, 63NA 10570 at that time. I was asked to join another set of soldiers that were tied on the ground, ready to be shot. But after about an hour, we were all released, we were all rekitted, and an officer came to us to speak to us and say, look, what you are doing now is wrong. You cannot be fighting on that side. As soldiers, you must pick up weapons between now and tomorrow. We're going to rekit you. You must make sure that
this got another Edo man. He said that's why we they were stationed in the east.
So they won us over.
They were brainwashing them with their radio Biafra. They don't even know what they are fighting for. Right from day one, their Biafra is all about lies. Up to today, it is propaganda, lying, deceiving people. They were lying to these young military officers that they were fighting, defending Nigeria. They don't even know what was going on. But the only radio station they have access to is Biafra. He said God saved them because Nigeria have a stronger radio network. That they were telling them, look, If you are part of the soldiers stationed in the east, you are fighting a wrong battle. You are in Biafra now. You are in another country, a Benin man. You will be deceiving him to be fighting against his own people. Say Biafra. How? He said a lot of military men, Edo men, perish. They just perish, fighting something for what they know nothing about. Deceiving people because you want Biafra. Said they have to smuggle their way in, bush, forest. They get to Benin, they were all arrested. They now let them know what was going on. You go and defend the Midwest. Go and defend your land. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Atuzie who led this military to Ipobai. Let us play you what happened to him. George Onyibe, tell us what happened to him.
When you talk about the Biafra war of Ojukwu, if you know the price my people paid, most of you talking about 6 million Igbo that were killed, you will change your language. Do you know how many communities that almost went to extinction? When you talk about Asaba today, do you know that 90% of Asaba indigenous in Asaba are women? Do you know almost all Asaba men were killed because of this Biafra issue? Do you know why they were killed? That whether it's Ojukwu or one of his commanding Igbo brother betrayed them? Do you know that Ojukwu called Ojukwu during the heat when Nigerian army wanted to take over Onitsha? They followed River Benue. They were coming from Igala. They wanted to take over Anambra. They entered Delta State. Ojukwu and his men hold the line. When Nigerian firepower was unbearable, Ojukwu called Ojukwu and said, we may not be able to hold these people for long. Please tell your men to leave the bridge open. We are going to assemble our people within that axis to cross over. Once they cross over, blow the bridge. Ojukwu has not dropped the phone call. They blow the bridge. You think it's only Asaba they massacred? Have you asked about Isiago massacre? Who blew the bridge?
You see how Colonel, Uche Ojukwu destroy his people because of positions, saying they are Igbos, they are one. Igbo tell you are one, Anioma, because you speak similar language, you are one. Come, we are going to war. You declare Biafra, you not stay in your territory. You deceive your people that they are now what? They are now Biafra. But when the war starts, when Nigeria started fighting back, what did Ojukwu do to you people? He abandoned people, he bombed the bridge. Who give a shit about you? Did Ojukwu even bomb the bridge so that they will not come and kill Igbo? No, he bombed the bridge so that they will not come and get him. It's about him. Everything was about him. He dragged Igbo people into that war because of his selfish interest, not because he wanted to save Igbo. I played you a video before where this man said if he was fighting for power, it's about power, and they forgive that man. They even bury him in Nigeria. When I say the truth, they said, why did I? He dragged Anyoma people into that senseless war. When the time come, he abandoned you people, he bombed the bridge, and thousands died. That Asaba massacre is because of Ojukwu. Because of Ojukwu, I am the wounded civilian. Everything I see, this is my proof. The people that witness it. Thank you and God bless.